Now pay attention. I want to show you a mystery. I want to show you how altars work. May God give us understanding. Let me tell you, you see these our fathers of faith, the level of results they are commanding. Believe me, if you think it is just based on intellect, think again. You see this our nation and Africa, the kind of trouble we are in. If you think it's just a political trouble, think again. Do you not see the consistency of the operations regardless what government comes? It is an altar, my dear people, more than just who is there or who is not there. Do you not see what happens to people during election? It's as if something just comes on people and nobody knows what is doing until after everything, everybody starts complaining. Please pay attention. Please pay attention. How does altars work? How does an altar work? Please write this down. All satanic altars are powered by one major altar. All satanic altars are powered by one major altar. And I want to reveal it to you now. All satanic altars, systems of authorization, systems of communication, right? They are powered by one major access point or one major altar. Now, forgive me to make reference to my dear film, Lord of the Rings. Remember that our movie? Now, remember, if you've not watched it, I don't know what to tell you, but you just follow. God will grant you understanding. Remember, I hope I understand the film really very well, but I know that there were many rings that were given to kings, and then there was one ring, is that true, that powers the remaining other rings. This is what I'm trying to teach you, that all other altars are at the mercy of this one altar. That means no matter what you do to all other altars, if this one altar still remains, you wasted your time. Now, this is the mistake that most people have, that they just keep rebuking things individually. Poverty, this one, that one. All satanic altars are powered by one major altar. Pay attention now. It's called the altar of sin and iniquity. Write it down, please. Judges chapter 6 and verse 1. The altar of sin and iniquity. This is the altar that powers every other satanic altar. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hands of Midian 7 years. What was the cause of the problem? Evil in the sight of the Lord. The altar of sin and iniquity. And hold on, before you assume any self-righteousness, I want to tell you there are different levels of sin. There is your personal sin when it has to do with altars. There are territorial sins, and there are sins that come from bloodlines. So don't be too quick to just stand with self-righteousness and say it does not concern me. The altar of sin and iniquity. Statistics show, sadly, that Nigeria is ranked one of the highest among corrupt nations. Are you corrupt? But it's a sad badge we have to wear, nationally speaking. Is that true? No matter how righteous you are, whatever lash we have to receive by reason of carrying a Nigerian passport, we all corporately, no matter how individually righteous we are, you have to face that backlash until as a territory we are changed. Are you getting what I'm saying now? Sodom and Gomorrah, a territory can sin. If I stole money and I bought cassava with it and a goat eats it, territorially we are all sinners. So the animals fasted. It's in your Bible. The last level of sin is sin based on foundations and bloodlines. Please write it down. Don't worry, don't be afraid of hearing all these words. I know you've heard them and you've run away from them for a long time. You just trust me, I'm a good pilot. Sin based on foundations and bloodlines. Don't forget these three levels of sin: personal sin, territorial sin, and then sin that is based on foundation and bloodline. Psalms 11 and verse 3, it says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can not what can men do? Even the righteous will be affected. Whether you like it or not, we are all victims of territorial sin. And if not all of us, especially Africa, bloodline, foundations. Do you believe that you will hear of a story of somebody who buried human beings every day, and then you just shrug it off and say it does not matter? Do you know what the people said before they passed on? And you just believe, oh, no problem, everything is gone. No, there are rules of engagement. I've taught you this when we're dealing with deliverance, that even the sin of man, God did not cast it out of man. As powerful as God is, he didn't cast sin out of man. The lamb had to come and die, live 33 years, died to purchase redemption for us.